So the first step to remove the CV shaft is to jack the car up, take off the wheel, and take off this cap, and then we're going to put the wheel back on so we can undo the really big nut in there. And the reason to do that is because there's a really big nut behind there that is going to be way too tight to undo if the wheel's spinning freely. Now that's obviously there's a real big nut we got to undo. Split pin out. Split pins always need to be replaced whenever you pull something apart. You can't reuse, well, you can reuse them, you're not supposed to reuse them. Just a pair of side cutters to get that out. Take the little locking thing off. Then there's a 36mm nut. I'm going to put the wheel back on and use a really big bar to undo that. Okay, so I've only put 2 wheel nuts back on there because we're not going to drive the car. We're just going to undo that nut and we just need the car not to move. So 36mm, it's actually a 35, but 36 is the closest socket I had. A really big one. And this is going to be very tight. Bar for leverage. And we're going to try and do that. For a car with 400,000 Ks, that was actually a lot looser than expected. So undo that nut, and then we're going to jack the car back up and chuck it on some jack stands. Split pins out of the top ball joint and the tie rod end, a 19mm. They can be pretty tight. Just crack them. Undo the top one, so it's not quite off, so it's still about half the nut on there, because that'll stop this from just dropping when we undo that. Now on the link pin, when you're undoing it, it's turning the entire bolt. An Allen key hole in the end. Once you get some dirt out, stick the Allen key in there, and that'll hold the bolt. Oh, my torch is going flat. That'll hold the bolt while you can undo the nut. Stop. Tie rod end, there. 2 hits, done. Top ball joint on the flat edge. 1 hit if you don't miss the first time. Done. Undo 2 17mm bolts that hold the brake caliper on and hang it. I've got these little hooks. Just hang it because you don't want to have it hanging on pulling on the brake line. Oh, it's tight. These should be tight. If they're loose, I'd be worried. Pull it off. Hang it on. Then it just doesn't put any stress on that brake line. So racing CRC on the drive shaft spline, so you can, just makes it a bit easier to push it back in, because with 400,000 Ks, it's pretty rusty. Before we go any further, before we take that off, gonna undo these 2 19mm down the bottom. Don't worry about the main ball joint, just these 2 19mm bolts. And then we can take the entire hub assembly off the vehicle. They will be tight. Spraying that CRC on there before has definitely helped. Gonna undo these all the way, take them off. Undo one and then hold it, and undo the other so it doesn't just hit forever. This is quite a heavy piece, so take it easy. Slide that off there. Whew. We can now get the drive shaft off the car. So now normally you don't need to pull this, you don't actually have to pull the strut out to change the CV boot or this whole CV shaft, but I'm putting new struts in this anyway. That's in a separate video if you want to click on the channel and go and have a look how to change front struts. Just like that. Now we can pull the CV shaft out. I'm going to hit on the back like that and it will just pop out. Get something to catch the oil. There is oil that's going to come out of the diff and you'll have to top the diff up once you put the drive shaft back in. So just on that edge, not that edge, that edge. This is where it's a lot easier if you're on a hoist, not the ground, because you can actually hold this up to the point where you're not going to hit your hands. Starting to move there. And I completely missed the tray with that oil. That always bloody happens. And that's it out. Now we're going to grab that and go over, chuck it in the vise, and I'll show you how to change the boot. Okay, to change the actual CV boot, this is what comes with the kit. It's a number. You get a new boot, some new grease, and 2 clamps. To do these clamps up, there's no tricks to doing them up. You need to have the special tool to do them up. So first of all, cut off the old clamps. And it's easy if you unlock them with a hammer. Sometimes they're just absolutely shit to get off, no matter what you do. Normally cut them with the grinder, or sometimes if it's too hard to get off, you can just cut it with the grinder. The boot's wrecked anyway, it doesn't matter. Just peel the boot back. And there's a lot of grease is going to come out. So I've got this rag here, I already made a mess putting it in the vise. A lot of grease is going to come out. So just worry about that later. Just pull that off. So there's a circlip on the end of it just there. Got to undo that circlip so we can pull this off. Sorry for the camera angle. And circlips are an absolute pain, especially with the world's worst set of circlip pliers. Do not lose that. That has to go back on. Sometimes you can just pull these off. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. Sometimes you can just pull them off. 90% of the time you just need to give them a little bit of help. Don't hit the rollers, never hit the rollers. Some taps underneath. When it's looking like they're pretty close, try and hold it like that. If you can, so it doesn't go flying. Now, that way. That's the way it come off. I'm just going to sit it down like that so that I can just pick it up and put it back on like that. You don't want to turn this around. Sit it down that way and then I can pick it up and do that. And do it the same way every single time so you never put one on backwards. Clean this up and I'll take this other clamp off. Grease is everywhere. The other clamp off and the rest of the old boot. Clean this end up. Slide the new boot on. Put the joint back on. Just up and on. The same way that it came off. Don't turn it around. Circlip back on, which is quite hard to do when you don't have flat nose circlip pliers. There we go. Make sure that clips into the little slot, otherwise it'll come off. As So now we can get our new bit of grease. New bag of grease. Give it a mix up. Cut the corner off it. And we're just going to grease up the joint. So around the outsides, in the middle, along the top. With grease everywhere on it. And the rest of it, just empty it into the old, or not the old because we're using it again, empty it into the CV joint cup, whatever you want to call it. And this has to go, see, normally there's a little clip in there on most cars, but Hilux's, the actual boot holds it on. So we'll put it in there, give it a tap, boot onto where it's supposed to be, which it went straight on, so that's good. Wipe what's left on the outside off. Okay, how to do these clips up. There's a lot of ways that you might watch a lot of videos on YouTube about different ways to do them up without the tool, but nearly all of them will come undone. So loop it around, poke it back through the hole, pull it tight. This has a slit and then that also has a slit. So poke it through one, through the other one, bring it up tight to it. Then with your 13mm spanner or whatever size the tool is that you have, just do it up until the boot starts to squish out, until you start to feel that it's tight, and fold it over, poke the back of that out, pull it up a bit so you can hit this down tight with the hammer. Hit that down nice and tight. Fold those over and give them a tap down as well. Then fold it back over, tap that down and cut it off. Now those ends, the ends of these, be careful when you're putting them back in, because that will annihilate your arm on that. That'll big one, the same thing. Just get it in the right spot, make sure it's in the right spot the whole way around. Sometimes this one's pretty long, but it's not long enough to get 2 grabs on it. Sometimes you can wrap it around twice and still have enough to put it in the tool. Make sure it's in the right spot the whole way around, and that the boot's on there. Get the spanner, do it up, starts to squish, fold it over, out, hammer it down. Put it back in the cars just opposite of taking it out. Make sure the sealing surface that goes on the seal is clean. Pull the rag out of there. Put it in and hit the end with the hammer. Got to hold it pretty level while you're doing this. Now I'm going to suggest that you hit that in with a soft hammer. If you don't have a soft hammer, put the nut onto the end of the shaft like that, flush with it so you don't ruin the thread as you hit it. Now I'm gonna put it on time lapse to put the whole rest of the thing together. You can just watch me do that. Make sure that these ones under here are done up really, really tight. Okay, so now that the wheel's back on and the car's on the ground, we can do this nut up all the way. And like I said, if the car's on a hoist, you can just do it with a big rattle gun. If you've got a big rattle gun. If it's on the ground, you've got to have the weight of the vehicle on it to stop it moving around, so you can actually tighten it. That's got to be done up pretty tight. Then this locking, this ring, line that up with the one that with a hole that the pin's going to fit through. And a split pin, bend one side up and one side down. Then put this cover on. And we're done, ready for a wheel alignment. So that's how to change CV boots in a kun26 Hilux. The actual boot change is the same in nearly every single car that has CV joints, just the procedure to get it out is on the Hilux. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe. Check out the rest of Foord Offroad, and if there's any mechanical videos that people would like to see, put in the comments and I'll try and sort something out to make a video of that.